One of the most common questions I'm often asked here on the channel is basically this. Jim, how long will I need to take immunosuppressant / immunocompromising medications after transplant? In short, basically, currently, the answer might be forever. You know as well as I do that our number one goal in life, our job, our career in life after transplant is basically to extend our life as far as we can go. We do that by doing exactly the things that are necessary for us to live. Those things often include changes in our diet, our exercise program, our lifestyle, our sleep habits, our relationships, and most importantly, in this case, even our medication regimen. And far and beyond any medication that you've ever taken in your life, your immunosuppressant / compromising medications are probably the most important you've ever touched. I say that because without them currently, as medical technology stands, your body would most likely reject your organ within a matter of days or weeks, and you would die. In order that we might live and give tribute to our donors and honor them in the best way possible, we commit ourselves pre-transplant that post-transplant we will do our dead level best, certainly no pun intended, to live the best life we can and to do the things that are necessary to make that life possible. Generally speaking, when one is brought out of transplant surgery, almost immediately, they're given a regimen of immunosuppressant / compromising medications that put them at risk for so many things. Things like colds, flus, viruses, pretty much any bug that's floating around for a time period at least, you will be extremely susceptible to those things. Oftentimes, you're asked to mask up, glove up, be sure to wash up, sometimes even gown up, depending on the situation and where you might be. Particularly the last 2 years in a COVID situation like it is, all of us as immunocompromised, immunosuppressant transplant recipients, we've all been on high alert to try to make sure that we stay clear of that virus and anything that seems like it. But with that being said, there's always encouraging news. Even though right now, currently, the standard for everyone is going to be to take medications for the rest of their life, probably several times a day, medical technology is constantly evolving to the point that one day it just might be that those medications will not be necessary. Things such as genome therapy, other types of therapies, and things that are being done to organs prior to them being transplanted can actually alter their genes and alter the DNA of that organ to the extent that your body would just fully accept it and not recognize it as a foreign body. But even until that occurs, rest assured that the medications that you start on day one post-transplant will probably look nothing like those same medications a year later. I, for example, started out on extremely high doses of many medications, things like mycophenolate acid, Prograf, also known as tacrolimus, prednisone was probably the worst. I call it the devil's drug. All of those medications were extremely high, and there were many, many doses involved every day. But I would even say within the side of the first few months, many of those medication levels began to come down. The side effects, the problems, the issues, and all that went along with it began to subside just a bit, up to the point that at some point I actually was able to lose some of those medications altogether. Things like prednisone that I hated so bad, that were so torturous, and many of you have experienced or maybe are experiencing. By the way, I'm sorry if you are. I actually got to do away with that some 4 or 5 years ago. And so things get better. Things do get easier. But to the point and to the question, most likely currently it will be required that you be on immunocompromising medications all your life. Again, things may look much different. And hopefully and prayerfully medical technology will continue to advance to the point that it has in the last 20 years. And who knows where we'll be in the next 5 or 10 years. Things could totally change. They could get easier. Maybe organs could be more available and more matchable or more, if you will, compatible. And I hope and pray that things will altogether get better one day and we'll just find a solution, maybe a cure for all failures of all types, and even prevent the need for organ donation and organ transplant. But until then, you do what I do. Pop your pills, put on a smile, go on with your day and be grateful and thankful for your donor, for your gift, and live and make the very best of your life. Until next time, stay stronger, friends.